Hi everyone! Today I will be comparing the original and expensive beauty blender from the original beauty blender and a much more cheaper option, which is the Superdrug beauty sponge. Now this will be a very short video because I do realize that there are a lot of them out there already, and I just wanted to give kind of my take and my opinion on the beauty blender. It is, much more expensive than your regular beauty sponge. This was 50p, which for non-UK folks is like 60 cents, like less than $1, and this was £16. I think it's a bit more expensive in the US, or maybe the price has dropped now, but it is about $20. So you can have about 40 of those for one of this. So the way I'll be doing this is simply by doing half of my face of foundation and concealer with the 50p beauty sponge, and the other half of my face and the concealer with the beauty blender. But without any further ado, my name is Jacob and you're watching my beauty channel. Alright, I had to get rid of the sun again. It's not my friend when it comes to filming. But let me just quickly talk about the beauty blender a little bit. Of course, this is a very known and worldwide product, and you can easily Google all of these yourself. But just for the sake of clarity and wholeness in this video, I just went on. So the beauty blender website in the UK is down at the moment for maintenance. And so I went on face.co.uk. It's an official distributor of the original beauty blender. It retails for $15.99 on that website with free delivery. And a description, I can read it out to you. It just says, it's an award-winning original beauty blender designed by Hollywood makeup artist Ray Ann Silva. Truly a makeup masterpiece. Featuring an open cell structure to minimize makeup absorption, this long-lasting applicator is environmentally friendly, can be reused for up to 3 months. So you have to bear that in mind. It's about $20 every 3 months, ideally, that you need to buy a new one. I didn't see deals on this, that perhaps you can buy a pack of 3 for less than $20 each, and then just open it up, and then you'll have just one purchase every 9 months. You can probably make it up to a year anyway. Yeah, here's just a short list of bullet points. It says that it's latex free. It is the original beauty blender. They have to keep saying it since there are so many other ones out there. Can be used alongside liquid creams and powders. It's an edgeless design, delivers a seamless application, suitable for sensitive skin and reusable. For best results and to prolong the life of your beauty blender, we recommend cleansing it with the blender cleanser solid or liquid after each use. So it's just another product that they're advertising, and I have seen a few YouTubers kind of spill the tea on this one. It's not really that incredible. I think if you watch Tati's video on her faves and hates on the beauty blender, she actually has the liquid cleanser from the original beauty blender company, and she literally just reads out the ingredients, and it's nothing spectacular. You may as well just use a shampoo. Alright, so a quick comparison. Okay, so this is what it comes in. It's just a little flimsy plastic tube like this. It's nothing spectacular, and inside you've got a little tiny leaflet like this that folds out and tells you how to use your beauty blender. So it's just like this. Remove from the canister, saturate in water by squeezing, towel dry. Your beauty blender is ready to use. Dip your beauty blender in your favorite makeup, stipple the makeup on, air dry your beauty blender on top of open canister. And it says to put it in like this and air dry it. I've never seen anyone do that in my entire life. Maybe you should do that for hygiene purposes, I'm not really sure. But as you can see, this is way too big to fit into this container. It's because it's saturated. It did gain in mass, I would say about 70%. This increased in size, and it's also changed its texture. It's really, really light and spongy. It's really super soft. This is nothing like the Beauty Blender, the 50p version. It is saturated in water, but this is the exact size that it is dry as well, so this doesn't increase in volume. And it's much harder as well. You can't really, you know, we obviously can't feel it, you can't really see it on camera, but this is much, much, much harder. Okay, so let me stop talking and I'm just going to apply foundation. I'll be using the e.l.f. Foundation. I bought this so long ago and I don't even know which one it is anymore. I think it's like the HD Studio or something. I don't really know. The shade Sand. I'm on the mission to finish it off, so I'm gonna do... Ooh. I think I might run out of this quite soon. So usually actually I like to use like a stippling brush, but I will try to apply the full face with just these sponges. Let me just... I did my hair earlier and now it's gonna be a mess again. Okay, don't judge me. So I'm just gonna... I have primed my face already, so I'm just gonna go over everywhere. Okay, so right off the bat, this probably will take much longer to do because it's smaller. You know, I feel like it did a good job. It doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel luxurious like on your face. It kind of feels like, because it's not super soft, it feels like you're bouncing like this cheap thing on your face. I mean, it was cheap, so fair enough. And now I'm gonna do the other side with the Beauty Blender, and I think I'm running out of this officially. No! Okay, there's much more here. See, this is my problem with, you know, pump applicators. They're the cleanest and the most hygienic, but there's so much product still on the insides that you're not just getting with the pump, so again, I'm just gonna literally do the same thing, take it from my hand onto the beauty sponge. Ooh. And this is automatically a much softer. Can you see how like easily that just bounces off of my skin? And this doesn't do that. Like, no. It feels much more comfortable bouncing this on your face. It's just much softer. It's just much softer, and it feels comfortable. But I don't think ultimately that... I actually need to do my nose. I don't ultimately think that the foundation will look any different, you know, with the two. I think it's just gonna be about the speed and the ease of application. You know, I don't think the 50p beauty sponge is going to apply the foundation worse than the Beauty Blender. Like, they're just too similar. Even, you know, but despite all of the differences that I've pointed out, I'm just kind of going over the entire face. Despite all the differences that I've pointed out, you know, these are still, you know, both of them are a sponge, and I don't feel like there's going to be that much of a difference. So this is the foundation done and blended out, and I'm just going to bring up here a mirror and see if there's any difference whatsoever, apart from my eyebrows being a total mess. No. Not at all, really. Not even in like the crevices here. I don't feel like there's much of a difference. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped the actual Beauty Blender on top of the other one on the other side. That's maybe my fault, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was nothing originally wrong with this side either. Without more blabbering, let me just use concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just going to use the same Beauty Blender here to do the thing. I'm just going to do most of my face, like my entire face of this with the Beauty Blender and just this under eye with the other sponge. Since I just want to get as much like use out of this sponge in this video, so just you know, I have like actual thoughts on this. There's always too much in that inner corner, and I try to remedy it by putting the concealer, you know, under my eye rather than all the way up to my lash line, but it never seems to. Especially with the Tarte Shape Tape, it's just so long-lasting and thick. Alright, this did a fine job, not a better job than I've seen before, and now let me use this. Alright, once again, not that big of a difference. I think this video is already quite long, but I think to summarize my thoughts on this, once again you can see that there is not that much of a difference between the two and how the makeup ultimately ends up looking. There's definitely an ease of application with this guy. It's just so nice to touch and it's so soft, and it's so just, it just feels better than this really thick kind of sturdy guy. So you know, this will be my go-to beauty blender, beauty sponge. It's just comfortable, and I've said this throughout the video, but if you don't want to spend like $20 on a sponge to like apply your makeup with, then I wouldn't bother, because if you're looking for a good application of makeup, I think any of these or like a good brush will do the job just the same. This didn't do anything spectacular for me, so I don't think it's worth the hype in that department. And like applying your makeup beautifully and smooth and just in a superior way to other sponges. So I think that would be my ultimate thoughts on this. Without prolonging this video anymore, I would like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy myself and my beauty channel, please do comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.